Sugar water. And of course it plugs up. These damn bottles. Pretty worthless. Oh, there's a little comb there actually. Little comb there, tiny bit. The hanging bees. The bees hang on there like that, actually to create comb. Got quite a few. They're actually already running out of space. I'm going to take a few of these bars out of the way. And slide this over without killing anybody. Maybe 3 more bars. All right. I'll hold the divider up real quick. You can see here where they've attached some comb to the side of the divider. And it looks like it has nectar in it. Okay. Then there'll be some empty bars there. We'll slide these over and take a look. No brace comb here. I'm just using a plain old knife to break this open. Okay, there they are. That comb has a lot of nectar in it. I see some bees with pollen on it. So I'll move that out of the way. So there they are with some newly drawn comb. I see some nectar and a little bit of pollen. Not much though. There's a much larger comb. Mostly nectar in there. That's going to be a honeycomb. This will probably even be a larger comb. And it feels like it's braced. And they generally brace it up against this side. I just need to cut that. There we go. They always get a little excited about that. It's never a popular move. Might be braced up here too. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be nectar. I can see it. It's all over the knife. This one is very heavy. So there we actually have some capped cells on this side. And over here the same thing. They're capped with a white cap, which means they're honey. Now over here on the brown side, there's a few more. Somebody up here is doing the waggle dance. I wish I could get that on camera. But this is not brood. This is honey. There's another one, they probably have braced this as well. Need to move these all back a little bit, give myself a little more room. I've definitely found out it's best to try to keep these as close together as you can. It means fewer bees can get trapped into there later when you want to actually get them out. And the knife has got a pollen on it now, and honey, or nectar I should say. And yes, as I cut I can just see the nectar run. So I don't like to get into the hives unless I have to. But we have queen concerns here. We need to make sure she's laying. As soon as I know she's laying, then we'll all be happy, and I'll leave them alone. This will be a big comb. Break it loose here at the top. Yeah, the knife is absolutely dripping now with nectar and honey. This is honey. Comb looks fairly straight. I don't have any really problems. You can see the honey dripping there. So they've got all this capped. There it is. There is a little brood in here, actually, on this side. Where I was cutting is brood. And right there's brood on this side as well, which is good. So we know the queen is laying. This is very good. I guess as the hive will get older, that brood will get darker. I certainly did not cut close enough there to get that out successfully. So this little bit of wax here, I'm just going to take out and remove it off this. There's a piece of plexiglass in here, which is that hive observatory that I showed you, and we have to cut that out. I unfortunately got into the brood, so there's going to be some that do not hatch. There is also some pollen there. I'm going to give all these a good squeeze, a spray of sugar water. There we go. Brace comb here on the side. I don't know if this is really brace. It's not between cells or between combs. As part of dealing with a top bar hive as opposed to many of the others, I got the observation window thinking it would help me gauge when I would need to add space to this, and it has been useful for that, but they seem to attach their comb to it, and that's not good. Okay, this is brood. I'm looking for the queen. No sign of her yet. There's a drone out, flying around. No queen. That's pollen and brood. There's a little bit of honey on it. Probably every one of these has been connected to the side. I think that one's loose. This one is mostly pollen. I see some nectar. But this one is largely pollen. A little bit of brood cells in the center there. And it's interesting, I cut these before, and they haven't reattached it, so that's great. So maybe once I've cut them, they won't reattach it. There's the queen. She is right there on the edge. She's still got her green dot. That is largely pollen. I'm watching her to see what she does. I do see some cells with eggs in there. And you can see her crawling around on there. Alright, so she's on that one. It's interesting that they're not building all the way to the front of the hive. They're stopping their comb about right here for these first couple. So I guess they've decided to do that to give themselves some more room to come and go. There's probably not much of a reason to look at too many of these. I'm going to slide them apart and take a quick look in case there's, I don't want to check for brood. That one is attached, probably up here somewhere. Yeah, there they are. See, that's about half a comb. I'm not sure why they're doing that. Alright, I think we're done. I did see brood. The queen is laying. So now it's just a matter of getting them put away, which is not always easy. There we go. That one went in easy. Got one stubborn one right here. There she goes. Okay. always found putting these back to be the most challenging part, because as you put them in place, they all like to stick their little heads up right along the line, like they're watching you. And you have to be really careful not to squish their little bodies, like this one here, this one here. It's where I know if you use smoke, you can just smoke them real quick and they duck their little heads and they're out of your way. But I'm still trying not to go that route unless I have to. That one was easy, they were all clear. This one is easy. And then here's the little tiny one where they're building just a little bit of comb right there. I'll pull this out and lay it over here. They can clean that up. At their leisure. It's got a lot of pollen in it. And some nectar. So we're going to go ahead and put 1, 2, 3, 4 new frames for them, or bars I should say. And we'll put the divider in. I'm going to take one of these corks out, as they don't seem to need it anymore. They're kind of running into traffic problems coming in and out of there. And I think that is it for this particular hive. I think we're good. Here's my little helper as usual. There's always somebody around to give me a hand. And in this case, that happens to be Razzle.